When we talk about the future of customer service, the conversation usually revolves around omnichannel support, hyper-personalization, and, of course, AI. But long ago, customer experience was a little different. Let's wind back the clocks and go on a journey together through the history of customer service. Our journey begins in ancient Mesopotamia in 1750 BC, with the oldest complaint ever documented. A customer named Nani had agreed to buy copper ingots from a man named Iannasia, but after sending his servant to pay for them, Nani was disappointed by the quality of the product he received. He also felt that his servant was poorly treated. He was so aggrieved that he engraved his complaints onto a now infamous stone tablet. Funnily enough, this wasn't the only case of Iannasia's poor customer service. Additional tablets found in Iannasia's dwelling contain similar complaints, going to show that even hundreds of years ago, customers expected quality customer service. For a while, things were much the same. Until, pouncing 3,500 years later, the Industrial Revolution, when a transition to brand new manufacturing processes led to people from all corners of the world exchanging goods. Traders began to realize that customer satisfaction influenced their success, which laid the very foundations of what we call customer service today. Things evolved further with a Mr. J.R. Watkins in 1868, who devised a plan to cook and bottle liniments, a remedy for muscle pain, and was planning to sell them door to door to local farmers and villagers in Plainview, Minnesota. But locals weren't familiar with him or his product. So to gain their trust, he added a trial mark onto the bottles. Customers could return the bottle for a full refund if the level was above this mark. And so, the first money-back guarantee scheme was born. Just a decade later, an invention changed the future of customer communication forever. For 1876 brought about the telephone. Though the first telephones functioned as a primitive intercom system between two phones, the invention of the switchboard followed shortly after, which meant customers could directly contact businesses to get help from the comfort of their own homes. Businesses were beginning to deal with a large volume of calls, handled by hard-working agents whose sole task was to answer and resolve customer queries. This is where we find the earliest incarnation of a call center, the Birmingham Press and Mail. The term call center was eventually recognized by the Oxford English Dictionary in 1983. And in the late 80s and 90s, outsourcing became an established customer service strategy for the big dogs. It saved companies the effort of hiring and training agents, and decreased operating expenses as it became increasingly common to offshore support to foreign countries with lower wages. And then, the 90s sparked a new era. Behold, the Internet! Never-before-seen support channels came into existence. Emails, instant messages, and live chats allowed businesses and customers to communicate quickly and freely regardless of where they were located. Alongside these new channels came the need to track and manage data from thousands of customers in one place. And so, specialized customer support software entered the scene in the 2000s. As the Internet grew, social media networks began to sprout. And while Facebook and Twitter weren't the first social platforms, they grew large enough to become full-fledged customer support channels. Today, customer expectations are at an all-time high. To provide exceptional service, companies have adapted omnichannel support, personalized approaches, and, of course, the use of artificial intelligence and machine learning. From cuneiform tablets and the humble telephone to hyper-personalization and increasingly intelligent bots, customer service has come a long, long way. But our advice is the same today as it would be to Ea Nasir in ancient Mesopotamia. Be honest, show empathy, and put a little effort into the quality of your service. Which trends or changes do you think we'll see in customer service over the next decade? Let us know in the comments below and make sure to subscribe for more quality content. Meow, and thank you.